Guys, I'm not smart. I accidentally started another stream. Hope they all came over here. It's already 7 o'clock, so I'm not even playing music.
The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome into the live stream, folks. Welcome to the live commentary. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Carlo, score! The newborn dad! Marshawn across, Coyle scores! Charlie Coyle! It's a power play goal. Here's Zaka. Shot. Score! It's Pavel Zaka! Shattenkirk. Lowry. Score! Mason Lowry! Bruins lead 5-4. He scores! The Bruins win! David Pastrnak! The Bruins win Game 7 in overtime!
And now, Sam Smith Productions presents another live commentary of the Boston Bruins on YouTube.
Why, hello! Welcome to the live stream. In what is turned out to be, surprisingly, you had told me a week ago that this game would be important, I would have laughed. But it is the most important game of the season. Live from Ottawa, inside the Canadian Tire Center, it's the Bruins and the Senators. In what has turned out to be the most important game of the season so far. If you had told me that even 6 days ago, I would have laughed right in your face. Let's get into your starting lineups. For the Bruins, it is Pavel Zacha, Morgan Geekie, David Pastrnak, Elias Lindholm, Marat Husnadinov, and Jacob Lauko. Casey Middlestat, Cole Koepke, and Vinny Lettieri. Mark Kastelik, Johnny Beecher, and Patrick Brown. On defense, Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju. Mason Lowry and Andrew Peak, Parker Wotherspoon and Ian Mitchell, with Jeremy Swayman in net for the Bruins. For the Senators, it's Tim Stützle, Brady Tkachuk, and Claude Giroux, Dylan Cousins, David Perron, and Drake Batherson, Shane Pinto, Ridley Gregg, and Michael Amadio. Adam Gaudette, Matthew Highmore, and Fabian Zetterlund. On defense, Jake Sanderson and Artem Zub. Thomas Chabot, Nick Jensen, Tyler Clevin, and Sebastian Matanpalo, with Linus Ullmark in net for the Sens. Those are your starting lineups. So it's Ullmark versus Swayman out here tonight. Uh-oh. The somebody's birthday post. It is DC Sports Broadcasting, the Dean College Broadcasting accounts live on Instagram. Oh, jeez.
Good ball, red trim, white lettering. We only expect more.
Oh, yeah. They're calling games for the Big East tournament right now. I'll be there next year. The Bruins, their next game is the Lightning on Saturday, and then the Sabres Monday. And then they go on a West Coast trip Thursday against the Golden Knights, Saturday against the Sharks, Sunday against the Kings, and they will play the Ducks on Wednesday the 26th. So, just so you know. They're going to be on a West Coast road trip for a bit. What's up, Josiah? As we're getting ready to get started here. Why is my phone blowing out? Here are the starters for both teams. The Bruins going with Hustadinov, Lindholm, and Lauko. Zadorov and Jokiharju with Swayman in net. They're doing the national anthems now. The Senators starters will be Dylan Cousins, David Perron, Drake Batherson, Tom Shabbat, Nick Jensen with Olmark. Those are the starting lineups for both teams here tonight in the Canada nation's capital in Ottawa. Think you go Swayman versus Tampa and Vegas and Corpy versus Sabres? No, if they were smart, you know what they should do? They should actually go and they should let Swayman, Korpisalo go Saturday against Tampa, and actually, I just realized, yeah, you're right. They need to go Swayman versus Tampa in Vegas, and Corpy against Buffalo Monday. That's right. That's right. And we will be live on St. Patrick's Day on Monday, by the way. So, they're doing the national anthems now. You went to the Providence Bruins game? Sorry about that. They lost. Great news. Even though there will be some nationally televised Capitals games, the Capitals broadcasters, Joe Beninati, the play-by-play of the Capitals, will have an opportunity to call Ovechkin's career record-breaking goal, because they're going to be calling every single Capitals game on Monumental from now until the end of the season, regardless if it's on national TV or not, in a deal with the NHL. So, you're at the Panthers-Leafs game? Have fun. That's cool of them. Yeah, it is. Good on the NHL for that. Ovi's close. How close is he? Like what? 9 away from breaking it? Like he would get to 895 with 9 more goals, right? Let me check. He is at 886. He needs 9 to break it. 8 to tie it. All right. In the biggest game of the season, here we go in Ottawa. Bruins have the puck in the offensive zone. Jacob Lauko trying to scoop it in deep. Shabbat takes it away for Ottawa. Nick Jensen moves it ahead for Drake Batherson. What's up, Mark? How are you? Good to see you. Dumped in by David Perron. Canada. Yeah, sure. That is the town that this arena is in, but I call it just Greater Ottawa. Yokoharu for Zadorov. Moves it ahead for Husnadinov. Elias Lindholm gets it in deep. Olmark plays it around. He'll get it to Perron. Senators will try to move this out of their own zone. 45 seconds in. It's Nick Jensen. Top line out there. Pasternak, Zaka, Geeky. Coming through with 2 of the 3 goals in the comeback against the Panthers on Tuesday night. In what was one of the craziest comebacks I've seen the Bruins have in some time. Here is Pinto. Tied up there. Greg. Wrapped up. Here is Zub. Pasternak trying to wrap him up. Amadio takes it for Ottawa. Trying to spin off of Pasternak. He does. He gets it ahead to Pinto for Ridley Gregg. Trying to get it in the zone. Peak breaks it up. For Mason Lohrei. He's got it in the near side of the Bruins end. He'll move it ahead. Takes a bump there. Was Vinny Lettieri, and he did not touch the puck. It's an icing against the Bruins. 1:39 in. Toronto takes a 1-0 lead on Florida early on. Goal for Johnny T. And the Penguins take a 1-0 lead on St. Louis. Middlestat against Claude Giroux. Giroux wins it. Stützle tied up. The puck comes to the line. Matt and Paulo shot wide of the net. Clevin shoots and a save by Swayman. Is it Brady Tkachuk? Yeah, he's in there with Peak. Daylight savings time? I haven't noticed much of a difference. It's nice because it's light outside later. Faceoff is won by Boston. Beecher will get this ahead. It's broken up there by Matt and Paulo. Clevin has it back in his own end. The Bruins got to play with some jump. They got to play a complete 200-foot, 60-minute game tonight. Here is Highmore. Lost it to Yokoharu. Bruins will try to get this out. They can't. Held in. Shot there by Batherson. Swayman makes the save, and that puck almost trickled through, but it stopped. And Zadorov is exchanging with Matthew Highmore in front. If an NHL team returns to Atlanta, would the team be successful in a town away from the city from Atlanta? Like Athens? I mean, maybe. I think it just honestly depends on how they market the league, how they market it. If they market the team in Atlanta, like if hypothetically, if Atlanta were to get a team again, and they were to market it the same way Vegas and Seattle did, then, you know, I think they'll be fine. A lot of black and yellow in the crowd at the Canadian Tire Center. Mitchell reaches the red line, dumps in around the net, and now Olmark will leave it for Jensen. Now here's Giroux, flips it ahead for Shabbat. Brady Tkachuk, Wotherspoon stands him up. Now here's Stützle. To the line, Jensen keeps it just inside the line. Shot, saves Swayman, rebound. Giroux couldn't get it away. And now here's Wotherspoon, moves it ahead, tape to tape, just through Lauko. We have another icing. Bruins are, I don't like their start already. I don't like their start. They're letting them have what they want here. I don't like the Bruins start already. They're having a tough time getting out of their own zone. The chances that they're giving themselves aren't good ones. They're not even really pushing offensively. They're just jumping in the puck every time. And every time they try to not do that, they ice the puck. Shot popped up there on a chance from Zub. Moved ahead there. Amadio for Greg. Quick re-entry. Pinto. Swayman stops Pinto. Awful start. They're just getting pushed around early. That's what's going on here. They're just getting pushed. They're just getting shoved around a little bit. Lohrei tied up with Amadio. Greg shot wide. Here is Sanderson. Plays it around. Here is Amadio. Tied up there by Geekie. Puck comes in front. Comes back to the line. Shot wide. Lohrei for Peak. He'll move this ahead. Trying to connect with Pasternak. And another icing. Man. They got to stop icing the puck. Bad decision by Peak. He's trying to make a pass. You know he can't complete, man. That's the Bruins' fourth icing in the first 3.5 minutes of the game. Zacha against Pinto. Get to the red line. He's trying to make a multi-zone pass. He's trying to make this was banned back before 2005 was a two-line pass is what he's trying to make there. And he's just not there's no connection. Pinto scores. Swayman was screened. 1-0 Senators. This is one of the worst starts I've seen the Bruins have all season. They're just getting pushed around in their own zone. They're leaving Swayman out high and dry. It's kind of a weak goal for Swayman to give up there, but like, not really his fault. He's gotten no help from his team whatsoever. No defense, no offense. Shots are 5-0 Ottawa. Shot attempts are like 9-0. And now here come the Bruins. Koepke. He'll chip in. He'll try to get in there on the forecheck. He gets to the puck first, but he's immediately double-teamed. The Bruins' offensive structure on the forecheck is non-existent tonight. Middlestat has tried to play the puck, and he got stick-lifted. Here is Stützle. Drops it for Perron. Middlestat pinches. Koepke ahead. And now the puck comes back to Zadorov. Moved along, it's kept in. Middlestat overplayed it, and Dylan Cousins couldn't play it. Shot from, here's Clevin, fires a shot on net wide. Yeah, Sacco might want to consider a timeout. This is one of the worst starts I've seen all season. Like they're not even able to play the puck right now. They look slow. They look almost stoic. Mountain-Paulo's shot. Another save by Swayman. It can't always be Swayman, guys. You got to push the puck here. You played so well against Tampa and Florida. You're shitting the bed against Ottawa right now? Man. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. They got to find their legs. Gaudette against Beecher. Big tie up on the draw. Hit the referee's skate. Ottawa comes away with it. Yokoharu is getting pinched by two players. There's no support. And no, Beecher doesn't count. I'm talking about legit support. Here's Beecher trying to get this to Brown. Beecher just waves it in the zone. Omar plays it for Clevin. Lauko takes a big bump from Clevin. This puck comes free. Clevin's poke checked. Patrick Brown for Beecher. To the line. Yokoharu. Lorai near side. Lauko trying to fire it on, but gets it blocked. Lauko shoots. Again, that's also blocked. Get your shots through to the net, man. Get your shots through. 3 chances for Lauko, and all of them didn't even go more than 10 feet. Clevin has it behind his own net. Both teams making a full change. Zub gets beat by Husnudinov. Lindholm trying to find Middlestat. Can't. This puck comes out to center. Here's Mitchell. For Wotherspoon. Moved ahead. Middlestat tied up. Getting thrown around by Zub. Here is Lindholm. Lindholm shot. Blocked by Shabbat. Get your shots through, guys. Oh, my Lord. One of the worst starts I've ever seen this team have. Like Carolina a couple years ago, bad. You remember what game I'm talking about? The game they gave up like 3 goals in the first like 3 or 4 minutes. Oh my God. What an absolutely pathetic start in the first 6.5 minutes. Absolutely pathetic. They looked like they had too much to drink against the Panthers game, and they still drank the next day. Oh, just great. Mark Kastelik to the room. Exactly what the Bruins needed right now, an injury. Oh, did you say that? Oh. I didn't even see what you said. That's funny. Lightning lead 1-0 on Philly. Goal for Gage Gonsalves. He scores goals. Did not know that. Ask a question, get a brutally honest answer. Shoot. What is your brutally honest opinion of my name fellow Parker Wotherspoon? Shot there, save Olmark. Geeky has it. I'll answer that question in a second. Lorai for Peak. Fires it on. Shot, save Olmark on a try from Peak. There you go. They're firing shots in the net. My answer on Wotherspoon, Decent. Sound in his own end. Very replaceable. Very replaceable. All I'll say about that. Very replaceable. Michael Callahan's going to have an NHL roster spot over Wotherspoon next year if the Bruins decide to bring him back. Geeky will take the draw. Come on, drop the puck, you idiots. Geeky waved out against Greg. Greg waved out against Geeky, and that'll be Pinto. Come on, ref. Thank you. Geeky drops the puck. Geeky wins the faceoff, but Peak has to go back and get it. Almost causes a turnover. It did cause a turnover. Here is Pinto. Well said. See, that's what I think. I think he's a great defenseman. Don't get me wrong. I like Wotherspoon a lot. I just think he's very replaceable. I think he's, just hard not to root for someone with the same name as you. Oh, yeah, no. If there was somebody in the Bruins named Sam, they'd be my favorite player. You know what I mean? I understand that, I get that sentiment. Bruins have it. Here's Zacha in the near corner in the offensive zone. Goes to Lohrei. Or Zadorov, sorry. Gets it back into the corner. Pasternak and Zacha tying up Shabbat. Puck comes to Zub, who gets it over to Shabbat. And now Zub for Giroux. He gets it in the zone. Should the NHL bring in wildcard games like the playoffs? Hell no. Absolutely not. We are not the NBA. No play-in crap. They'd have to expand the wildcard, which would be a load of garbage. The wildcard's already stupid as it is. Middlestat keeps it into the line. Chips it in behind the net. Jensen against Lettieri. Giroux moves it ahead. Broken up there by Jokiharju. And he'll backhand it in the zone. The MLB. Yeah, it's already pathetic. Absolutely not. They should go back to the old playoff format, as that puck will be an icing here, like the MLB. Yeah, you'd have to expand the playoff format. You'd have to become the MLB. No, no thanks. No thank you. You'd have to have 4 teams make it in the wild card, and have 2 best-of-3 series. It's not a good investment. Go back to 1-8. Thank you. Go back to what they used to do. They got it right, and then they decided to switch it up because Detroit and Columbus happened to join the Eastern Conference. And Winnipeg moved to the West. Mitchell's shot wide of the net. Here is Lauko. Wotherspoon can't play the puck at the line. My opinion might have just changed. And he turned it over. Parker, my opinion might have just changed on Wotherspoon. Here is Perron. For Batherson, trying to work it in front for Cousins, can't. Mitchell trying to move this along. Puck comes in front. Wotherspoon, nice stick lift on Batherson. Shot from Matt-Paulo misses the net. Clevens drive, score! Thanks, Wotherspoon. I'm blaming you. 2-0 Ottawa. Tyler Cleven. There is Mark Kastelik. So Brown dumps in. Kastelik's back from the room. So, a little bit of an issue there, but he's back. Beecher tied up there by Matt-Paulo. Kastelik getting wrapped up there by Highmore. Where's the penalty, ref? Kastelik's getting wrapped up and spun around, ring around the rosy. Lohrei for Beecher, and he also turns it over. There's another guy that I'm not a fan of right now. I am not a fan of Beecher's right now. Lowry hits it off the official, causes a chance in front for Ottawa, but they get it away. Here's Peak for Lowry. Ahead for Pasternak. Bruins are down 2 again. Pasternak gets it in deep. Zacha tied with Sanderson. Where's the leadership that Pasternak said he was trying to take on as that puck goes out of play? It is all Ottawa so far. Shots are 8-2. I used to be high on Beecher. Not this season. Not this season. Sorry. Sorry. Parker Wotherspoon probably just had his worst shift of the season.
Kind of might have, lit a fire under you guys.
This is less than ideal. You don't say. You don't say. Patriots have signed report. Kalavon Chason. Edge rush. Oh, they need that. They didn't have that really after Judon left. Especially they lost Uche today, too. They really need that. Okay. Cool. Bruins have been off to an awful start. 2 shots on goal. They've already given up 2 goals. Senators win another face-off. There's another chance here. That shot goes wide on a try from Shabbat. Here is Jokiharju. Moved ahead for Koepke. He gets it out of the zone. It's going to be Lettieri racing with Shabbat. No icing. Good job by Lettieri negating the icing there. It would have definitely been icing. Zadorov. Middle stat. Can't play it. Puck forced out of the zone. Nah, it's not the worst start ever, but it's definitely they came out flat. They've had 1 good shift all game long. 1 good shift. Wotherspoon back out there. Lettieri in front. Middlestat scores! His first as a Bruin. Casey Middlestat. What a play by Lettieri. There's 1 back. Oh! I really like this guy. I don't know about you. Middlestat in front is his first as a Bruin. 16th of the season. And the Bruins are back within 1. Love that. Love to see that. Especially out of the new guys. Love it. Senators have it back in their own end. Zub moves this ahead. And this is going to go past everybody. No icing. Swayman's actually going to have to be forced to smother it. And Swayman took a whack from Michael Amadio. Don't make me hate you. You're a Monarchs product. Don't make me hate you. All right? Come on, man. Don't make me hate you. What's up, Keegan? What's going on? All right? I want to like you. You're a Monarchs product. Okay? I saw you in the ECHL. Don't make me hate you for taking a shot at my goalie. And good on Lowry for throwing Amadio away. Do you think Marchand comes back in free agency? No. What I will think he will do is... Damn, play started pretty fast. What I think he will do is whenever he eventually decides to retire, he's going to sign a one-day deal with the Bruins and then retire as a Bruin. So, Geeky taken down, and now here is Amadio. Here is Greg tied up there by Peak. Amadio to the line. Sanderson over to Zub. There is a lot of contact happening in front, but it didn't matter. Bruins get it ahead. Here's Pasternak for Geeky. Geeky slows up. Drops for Zacha. Nice play. Zacha with an open net here. We have a penalty. Now we have a Donnybrook out in the circle. What is happening? What is going on? What just happened? Olmark got rolled away. Pasternak caught something. The Hardys music's playing. What is going on here? And Pasternak accidentally ran over Olmark. It was accidental. And then Sanderson knocked down Pasternak and then caught something from Amadio. It was accidental. He didn't mean to hit him. I mean, come on, they're friends. Well, it's Pinto's stick he caught. Four on four. All right, fine. Sanderson gets a cross-check, and Pasternak gets a goalie interference. Completely fine with that. That is fine by me. That is completely fine. Oh, it's his 12th goal for Middlestat? Oh, I read that stat wrong. That's completely fine. As long as they called something on Ottawa, I'm fine with a 4 on 4 there. He's in the box a lot. Pasternak's really not in the box that much. I mean, I understand the presentment on the power play thing, but if it wasn't for Pasternak, the Bruins would not be in this spot. He literally put the team on his back over the past 6 weeks. Faceoff is won by Ottawa. 4 on 4 here for the next 2 minutes. Sanderson for Brady Tkachuk. Has Stützle drops it for him. And now Jensen has to go play a bad pass. Shots are 9-3 Ottawa. It has been not a good first period from the Bruins, but they get a nice goal from Middlestat. Stützle, nice move, recovers, crosses the line with it. Puck deflects past Middlestat. Nice job by Jokiharju breaking up that easy goal attempt for Tkachuk. Zadorov is in trouble by Brady Tkachuk. Bruins force it out. Middlestat with a little bit of speed takes down a man and then gets the puck out of the zone for the moment. Here is Stützle, cuts against Elias Lindholm. Now here is Tkachuk, gets it in. Hustadinov and Lindholm with Lohrei and Jokiharju right now. Minute to go on the 4 on 4. Ahead for Lohrei. Lohrei spins back. Plays it over to Andrew Peak, who came on for Jokiharju. Lohrei. Here is Peak. Lindholm. What was he trying to do there? Man, he has not been good this season. What was Lindholm even trying to accomplish there? He tried making some stupid move to the middle. That was so dumb. Clevin gets it in. Wotherspoon tied up. Batherson back out top. Jensen over to Clevin. 10 seconds to go on the 4 on 4. Jensen in front for Batherson. Good stick lift by Wotherspoon and Zacha. Bruins get this puck out. Zacha takes it away. 4-on-4's up, back to even strength. Pasternak and Sanderson both out. Here is Zacha. He crosses the Senators' line. Geekie rips it. Save the rebound. Pasternak was almost there on the rebound. Just couldn't get puck to stick there. Pinto for Amadio. Plays it around the net. Puck comes to the right point. Zub. It's a funny name. Amadio. Intercepted by Geekie in the slot. Bruins will try to get this out here. And they'll go for a change. Oh, boy. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Pinto. Pasternak. Geekie turned it over. He threw it to no man's land. He threw it to the worst place he possibly could have thrown it. Here is Pinto. Geekie's still trapped out there. So is Pasternak. Shot in front. Saved by Swayman. Comes out to the line. Zub can't get it. Can't play, but they keep it in. Geekie will get this to center and then dump it in the right way. Averted disaster. That could have been horrible for the Bruins there. Wow. We have Kastelik to the box here. Or Beecher? You thought Zadorov takes penalties. Look at Johnny Beecher. Recently? Whew! Johnny Beecher has been taking so many penalties, dude, it's not even funny. Hot take, Millsap hasn't really impressed me much. Really? I thought he's been like one of the better players the Bruins have had the past 2 games. Case in point. Pinto is not a good puck handler. He's really... he's not great. He's pretty good. Yeah, Millsap's got 3 goals in 3 games. You want to see how his name's actually spelled, chat? Here you go. That's actually how you spell his name, for those who are wondering. Bruins win the draw and they clear it back down. Sanderson. For Brady Tkachuk in front. Swayman guides it aside. Puck comes to Andrew Peak. And he will clear it ahead. Oh, he tried to find Lindholm. Just shoot it down the ice, man. You have a better chance of getting the puck out and then trying to get to Lindholm. Lindholm tied up there by Batherson. Batherson takes it away. Played out top. Sanderson fakes the shot. Batherson. The Senators have like one of the better power plays in the NHL. The Senators only have... Puck comes in front. Brady Tkachuk guided aside. Peak got drilled. And there's no call for boarding? Cousins saved by Swayman. The rebound's blocked. Peak got decked. Tkachuk nailed him. Here is Stützle. Tkachuk, backdoor. Oh my lord. Where's the penalty? Where's the penalty on Tkachuk? That's ridiculous. Bruins versus refs again. Unbelievable. I don't even know what the hell is going on, man. Shot. Oh, my Lord, they score again. All right, yep, get Swayman out of there. He's not having a good night. Get Swayman out. 4-1 Ottawa. He is having the worst performance I've seen in a hot minute. Ridley Gregg. Get Korpisalo ready. You need it. 3 of those should have been stopped. 3 of those. Get Swayman out now. That is inexcusable. Where is your positioning on 3 of the 4 goals? And they haven't pulled him? Joe, do you have any guts as a coach? You want to win this game? Get Swayman out of the net. He's not having a good night. The guy is tired. He's played 2 straight insane games. Get the guy out of the net. He shouldn't have been starting to begin with. He should not have been starting to begin with to begin this game. I don't care what anyone says. Senators ice the puck. Swayman's having an awful, awful night. Would not be surprised if we don't see him to start the second period. 1, 2, and 4. Those are the goals I'm blaming on Swayman. Bruins win the draw. Lorai's shot blocked. I feel like every time they have the puck, they're going to score. I shouldn't feel like that on Swayman's end, ever. You know, Mark back. Good luck getting him back. Good luck. We're already in a cap crunch. Good luck getting Olmark back. That's delay a game. Lauko just, oh my God, Lauko. He threw it so far out of play, it's not even funny. It's reviewable this year. They're calling it on they're calling it on Lauko. He does not agree with the call at all. Let's see. Can't tell from that angle. Well, the Bruins didn't challenge, so clearly it was. Here comes another goal. Get ready to speak 5-1 Ottawa shortly. Here it comes, right here. Oh, they got it away. Oh, here's the worst Bruin on the ice currently, Beecher. He actually did something productive for once and gets out of the zone. I'm saying it. Beecher has not had a good season. First round draft pick my ass. Batherson for Brady Tkachuk. He dumps it in cross corner. Zadorov having trouble. Zadorov's not had a good period either. Nobody's really had a good period besides Millstat. Bruins get it out of the zone. Minute to go on the power play. Yeah, back it up. Yeah, no. Giroux enters for Zetterlund. Pulls Swayman. I was screaming that out to the 3rd goal. The 4th goal has made it even worse. Giroux fires wide of the net. Zetterlund gets the rebound. He's just not having a good night. He should have never started this game to begin with. Shabbat. Perron, wide of the net. Final minute of the first period. Shabbat somehow kept it in the zone. Giroux has 3 options, finds one, save, rebound, no puck control, nothing. Great, Swayman, thank you for nothing. Thank you. They kill off the penalty. Back to even strength. Lauko out of the box. Giroux in front. They get it away. Lauko gets it to center. This game was manageable. Keyword was. Yeah, Pasternak, where the hell have you been? All period. You've been as invisible as John Cena. That was the worst first period of the entire season. That was awful. Woo! Oh, that is not the first period the Bruins needed to have. They didn't start on time. They didn't end on time. They just didn't play at all. Oof. Swayman, man. Oh, my lord. I don't want to see you at all the rest of the night. Thank you very much. Holy moly, that was pathetic. That was fucking pathetic. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, why is Patrick Brown still here? He's so great in Providence and does nothing in the NHL. Kind of like everybody else. Isn't that right, Fabian? Anyway, you'd be surprised to know that the Bruins, actually won the majority of the faceoffs in the first period. You wouldn't believe it based off the way the game went, but, you know, they did. I'll show you the stats here in moments. Just trying to get the stats situated here at the end of one. Oof, yeah, the giveaways, that's telling. All right, so let's take a look at the stats through one. Didn't end well for the Bruins. Down 4-1. Shots 16-4. Oh my god. Face-off percentage. The Bruins actually won 12 of 22 face-offs in the first period. 54.5 to 45.5. Senators went 1 for 2 in the power play. Bruins did not have a power play. 6 penalty minutes compared to 2. 12 hits for Ottawa, 11 for Boston as of right now. 5 block shots for Ottawa, 4 for Boston. 5 giveaways for Boston, 2 for Ottawa. 4 takeaways for Boston, 1 for Ottawa. Yeah, brutal. Yeah, that's not good. Can't happen. Looking at the goaltender, I'm looking at the team. DJ with a great tweet. If you or a loved one, actually, hold on a minute. There you go. That was the stats through one. If you or a loved one are a fan of the NHL's Boston Bruins and have experienced emotional distress throughout the 2024-2025 season, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I may need 2 compensatory checks. Lol. Sorry. Might need 2 since I cover the team. That's what I'm tweeting back. Hold on. Might need 2 compensatory checks since I cover the team. Ha. Shit. Oh my god, I can't type. Ha. than 2 solid starts together. Here's my thing, okay? Why are we starting Swayman 3 games in a row? We didn't do that. We have never done that. Thomas didn't do that. Rast didn't do that. Why is Swayman doing that? Okay? Why are we making Swayman start 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a million games in a row? We don't never do that. That never works. Okay? Korpisalo's competent if you actually play him more. Okay? It should be a 2-1 punch. 2 for Swayman, 1 for Korpisalo. Swayman should have never started this game. And then people question why Swayman's a bad goalie. It's because he never has time off. Paying a guy $3 million to sit on the bench and not play? How many games has Korpisalo played in? 19? That's Sacco's fault. Yeah, exactly. It is his fault. Why are we not playing Korpisalo more? I understand it's 8 1/4. I understand people will be like, oh, the money speaks. No. Okay? Doesn't matter. Okay? You have 8 1/4, you have $8.25 million goalie. The guy needs a break. Okay? I don't care. He should have never started this game tonight. That's why I disagree with the 3, 4, 5, 6 straight starts for Swayman. He's gonna get tired, and games like this are gonna happen, and then fans are gonna go, oh, well, it's all Swayman's fault. No! Maybe look at the coaching staff and say, hey, maybe we should bench the guy for a game. Give him a night off. He just stole 2 games. Stole 2 of them. Didn't Rask play 60-plus games 3 straight seasons? Yeah, he might have. And where did that get him? Into retirement. With all due respect. It got him into retirement early. Because he got injured from wear and tear. Because he played so much. Same thing's happening here. The same thing's happening here. What are we doing? Rest the guy. I understand playing him 2 games in a row because it's the money. But give Korpisalo more games to play. And I understand the Bruins' schedule is hard and the Bruins need points. If you played Korpisalo more, he might actually give you a chance to get points. Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass, which I do a lot of the time anyway. But the point is, maybe give the guy a chance to rest. I don't know. I know David Collins, my podcast host, completely disagrees with me with the money talks crap, okay? With all due respect, okay? If you're saying Swayman should be playing in this game, you're dead wrong. He should have never started this game to begin with. He should not play more than 2 games in a row. That 3rd game, he's going to be tired. Case in point, you're down 4-1. And a discussion. It's like some things that I say sometimes, are right. If you're not going to play him, then why even have a backup on the team to begin with? If you're not going to frickin' use him. It's a cap space. If you're blaming Swayman for this, you're a moron. Blame the front office, blame the coaching staff. You can't do this to a guy. He's being left out high and dry because he has a piss poor defense and he has an offense that's practically an AHL team in front of him. He has a full-on AHL team in front of him. He's got nowhere to go. Nothing to do. And they start him for a 3rd straight game and they get shit on, and then all the blame goes to Swayman. You know what I mean? Am I crazy for thinking that? Am I making sense to you guys? And you know what they'll do? They're gonna come out and they're gonna start Swayman Saturday against Tampa. And then they're going to give Corpy the easy game against Buffalo. And then they're going to get killed and they're going to say, oh, what would happen to Swayman when it wasn't net? And it's a poorly mismanaged team again. Again! And it's the same shit we've been dealing with all year. I've had enough of Swayman playing more than 2 games in a row. Doesn't matter about the money, okay? He's a human, and if he plays on 2 straight games, he's freaking gonna be tired. You could have let Korpisalo go tonight. You might have gotten killed, fine. But you have a well-rested Swayman against Tampa on Saturday. But no, the Bruins got in their own heads and said, oh, 2 straight wins. We're a competitive hockey team. We got to give ourselves the best chance to win. The best chance to win is lose 1, win 2. My thoughts on that. Ridiculous. This entire rant's gonna go up on social media after this game, by the way, I'm pretty sure. There's a little lottery pick. Because of our competition in the playoffs the past decade, we're probably not gonna get a good pick. We're all gonna be like stuck in like 12th or some shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the Bruins' luck. Turned off my laptop by accident. That would have been bad. Bye-bye, stream. Might have been better off, actually. Rebuilding Florida really screwed us over. Self-inflicted. Self-inflicted wounds, guys. That's on the front office for not having a backup plan when Bergeron and Krejci left. People after Bergeron or after 2022. Not even that. Not even that. No, they don't need to rebuild. They just didn't have a backup plan. They just literally went into the next season and went fill. And somehow it worked and they got past the first round. But then all those guys left because they wanted a massive payday and they all left, and they didn't get a payday like they wanted, and now the team's in limbo, and I don't understand why. If we didn't choke that 3-1 series lead, maybe we would have a good run to the conference finals. If we didn't choke that, if the Bruins didn't choke that 3-1 lead at Florida, they would have won the Stanley Cup. I'm standing on my ground and I'm saying that. If they beat Florida in Game 5, they were winning the Stanley Cup that year. They absolutely were. I refuse to believe otherwise. They were miles better than Toronto and Carolina. Vegas would have been the toughest challenge after Boston, after Florida, and after, you know, yeah, Vegas would have been the toughest challenge the Bruins would have had. If the Bruins won that series against Florida 2 years ago, they would have won the Stanley Cup. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I would have had the honor of calling a Stanley Cup for you guys, but instead we're dealing with this crap. In 2020, if the whole world didn't shut down, we would have won the cup in 2019 Game 5. Call never happened. We would have won in 6. Me or Steve Dangle? Probably Steve, let's be honest, okay? I'm being realistic. I don't think this Bruins team wins a Stanley Cup for a long time. You know what? I'm going to go off on a limb. I don't think the Bruins win a Stanley Cup under Sweeney. I don't think they do. And I'm not saying that because Sweeney's like, because I hate Sweeney or whatever, although I have my opinions on him. I just think they need a new change in the front office. I just think they need a change. Regardless if the ownership thinks it or not, I mean, that's fine. They can think otherwise. I think differently. I think they could use a new voice in the front office, a new vision for the team. Oh, good. Korpisalo's playing. Well done, Sacco, for actually being a coach. Great job. Korpisalo's in net for Boston. Good job, Joe. Good job. Great job. You actually figured it out. He should have never started this game to begin with. If the Bruins come out and start playing good, I'm going to blame Sacco for this. Took the Tuukka in? Yeah, it's all Tuukka's fault. They're playing Cody's song. Second period is underway. Shots are... You don't even want to know. Peak takes the puck, dumps in on the backhand. Lori for Peak. Moved ahead off Locke going in. Here is Batherson. Ahead of Cousins. Here's Lori. Bruins having their own end. They got to start with some push here. They can't be passive-aggressive. They got to push. They're down 3 goals. If they want to have a chance to win this game and, you know, get back and get into a playoff spot here as Peak throws Greg off the puck, They need to win these games. And they need to, you know how you win these games? By playing hot, playing hard. Lohrei enters the zone. Centers in front. Zacha, great save by Ullmark on Zacha. That's actually a good setup by Lohrei, too. That's actually one of the better chances the Bruins have had all game. Who is the Bruins captain now? There is none. Pasternak's the only guy with an A right now because Lindholm and McAvoy are hurt. Lohrei for Mitchell. Flipped ahead just ahead of Zacha's stick. Lohrei, who had the game-tying goal against Florida on Thursday. Tuesday, yeah, I was right. I was right the first time. I keep thinking today's Saturday for some reason. Senators ice it. Dun 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 dun. Tequila. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Watching Bruins live, not looking like they did last game. You don't say. Face-off won by Giroux against Middlestat. Matt and Paulo flips this out. Looking with Middlestat, I've been looking for a little bit more. Puck goes out of play. Looking for a little bit more consistency at the face-off dot from him over Coyle, and I mean he has been over the first 2 games, but he has not been great on the face-offs. Should be a C on Pasta. Nope. Completely disagree. I don't think he's a captain. He's not a captain material. Hampus Lindholm or Charlie McAvoy or somebody out of the organization. Here is Dylan Cousins. Dumps in the zone. Korpisalo leaves it for Jokiharju. Played around. Puck comes to Vinny Letteri. Has Cole Koepke. Koepke races in, shoots. Save Ullmark. And Clevin and Letteri shoving at each other. Oh, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Letteri, relax. Relax. Corpy's in there, yes. Korpisalo is in the net for Boston. Zadorov could be a captain. He could get an A. He could get an A. He could get an A. But I think it's going to be McAvoy as the captain, Pastrnak and Hampus the assistants. Zadorov could as well. Zacha will take the draw. And he loses it. The Bruins surprisingly won majority of the faceoffs in the first period. They haven't won one at all in the second period, so that's a lost cause now. It's not like a broken record. Yeah, you do. You're telling them to score. Yeah, well, they're not scoring right now. So, Pastrnak ahead for Geekie. And that puck goes out of play. A Marchand t-shirt? No, it's a Bergeron t-shirt. Kastelik will take the draw here for the Bruins against Gaudette. Come on. Now he's waved out, so it'll be Patrick Brown taking the draw. Against Gaudette. Gaudette wins it on his weak side. Come on, Brown. You're good at face-offs in Providence. Come on. Moved ahead. It's dumped in. Wotherspoon over to Mitchell. Here is Patrick Brown. He dumps in. Kastelik tied up there by Matt and Paulo. Kastelik gets it free. Chops it to the line. Wotherspoon. Whips it into Patrick Brown behind the net. Mitchell's shot hit Kastelik in front, trying to get it to the front of the net. Couldn't. And now, here is Fabian Zetterlund, acquired from San Jose at the deadline. Nice job by Patrick Brown throwing him off the puck. Highmore plays it around. Wotherspoon can't reach it. Gaudette puts it in behind the Bruins net. Here is Mitchell for Kastelik. Flipped ahead. Bruins are offside. They have to tag up Husnadinov, jump the gun a little bit. Sam Bennett for captain? No, he's not going with the Bruins. He's re-signing in Florida. Giroux against Lohrei. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Stützle. Brady Tkachuk looking to center for Giroux. Can't. Turns around, shoots. Korpisalo the kick save. Here is Chabot out top. Shot again. Saved Korpisalo. Peak. Gave it right to Stützle. Bad idea. Chabot. Jensen. Korpisalo fights it off. Husnadinov, a horrible dump-out attempt. And now here's Chabot. This is what the Senators do best. Stützle in front. Giroux tips it back into the corner. Jensen out top. Shot tipped wide. Perron. Ottawa's still possessing here. Lohrei will try to get this puck out of the zone. Flips it. Lauko deflects it out of the zone. Here is Chabot. Quick re-entry for Ottawa. They're going to keep applying the pressure until the Bruins give up one. Senators are going to score here. The Bruins are getting pushed around in their own zone right now. Shot save. Oh, wow. What a save Korpisalo on Cousins. They're getting pushed around. Saved by Korpisalo on Clevin. They're getting pushed around. They're getting held hostage in their own zone. Blocked. Bruins can't get it out. Well, they eventually do get it out. Oh, my God. They're going to get a partial change. Lindholm with the laziest change ever. Save Korpisalo. Standing ovation from the crowd in Ottawa. And Jacob Lauko right down the tunnel. Didn't miss that. Can't let Ottawa push you around. Cannot let Ottawa push you around. Just can't. I'm sorry. So Lauko down the tunnel. Shots are 20-6. Lettieri. He is still tied up. Bruins are still trapped in their own zone here. The Bruins will get it out, but they ice the puck. Nope, no icing. Wow. Here is Giroux. Gets around Middlestat. Middlestat takes him off the puck. Zadorov for Koepke. Just ahead of Lettieri. Puck comes out. Puck flipped in by Amadio. Jokiharju for Zadorov. Ahead for Middlestat. Geeky back to Jokiharju. They're getting pushed around right now. Pasternak for Geeky. Middlestat. Geeky. Out in front for Ian Mitchell? What? Okay. Is Lauko going to be all right? I have no idea. Hope so. Pasternak flips it in. Just ahead of Zacha. Zacha gets the puck. Puck is popped up and it comes right to Amadio. Sanderson for Zub. Lauko, he blocked a shot and it hurt him. Olmark dangerously plays it around. Very Swayman-esque from Olmark. Bruins keep it in. Lohrei shot tipped in! David Pasternak tipped the shot from Lohrei. Well, David Pasternak makes it a 2-goal game. That's going to be his 34th. The great shot from Lohrei was intended to get to the net. There is Pastrnak. Great tip. Good shot from Lohrei. So the Bruins are back within 2 on a goal for Pastrnak, his 34th. Lohrei will get the assist. Bruins are offside. Well, they go to commercial. Good. Good, they got one. I'm glad. Julia might be hurt. Oh, no. Yeah, that's something. Yeah. Sure is. Wait, did Beecher throw the shot on net? I want to see the goal. Oh, it was Beecher. I called it wrong. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is Beecher. Beecher throw the shot on that. I thought that was Lohrei. My bad. So Beecher will get the assist on the Pastrnak goal, which is a rarity. Flyers tie the game against the Lightning at 2. That actually helps the Bruins. Here is Clevin. Moved along. Peak and Highmore battling. Peak takes it away from him. Bruins get it in. Here is Jensen for puck comes to Beecher. To the line, Peak. Throws it in wide of the net. Lohrei chops it for Beecher, but the puck comes out. Will you be streaming the Olympics next year? The games are in Italy, so it depends on timing. I don't know. I think against Ottawa, against the Bruins here. So it honestly, it depends on what the timing is gonna be like. Because there's a time difference, so. Face-off won by Ottawa, but it comes out to center. Beecher goes for a change. Jokiharju plays it around. This puck's pinned at the pinned inside the zone. Jokiharju keeps it moving. Puck comes to Pastrnak ahead for Lindholm. Has Hustadinov. Hustadinov plays it off the stick. Bumped into by Jensen. Chance in front. Pasternak's poke check by Shabbat. Gets it back. Puck comes to Jokiharju. Pastrnak. Zadorov shoots. Wide of the net. 3-0 Vegas. Well, that game's in what? The second period? I didn't change that one. Here is Pastrnak. Cuts around Batherson. Puck is popped up by Cousins. Lands in the zone. Bruins have it. Here's a shot by Yokoharu. That misses wide. Here is Sanderson. Moved along. Puck comes out. Lettieri. Oh, turnover by Lettieri. Here's Cousins. Backhand save Swayman by Korpisalo. Cousins gets pinned by Lettieri against the wall. Middlestat trying to get this out. He's tied up. Puck comes in front. Senators cough up the puck. Middlestat will move this ahead. I'm not streaming March Madness, but I will be watching, so I'll be keeping up. I have to do a couple brackets. Zub dumps in. Korpisalo leaves it for Wotherspoon for Mitchell. Moved ahead. Morgan Geekie. For Pasternak, gets it in the zone. Clevin bumped into by Zaka. Still no sign of Jacob Locko, by the way, for the Bruins, by the way, so I'll let you know. Icing against Ottawa. It's 121 and it was 125 in Rome. Oh, so they're 5 hours ahead? Yeah, it depends. It would have to depend on a lot of different things. What my schedule's like, when the games are, you know. Geekie wins the draw. Peak. Puts it into the corner. Geekie against Stützle. Pasternak wins the battle. Lorei left point. Slapper on net blocked. Here is Peak. He dumps in from center. That's actually doing well. Oh, what a... Wow, Kastelic knocks down Clevin. Clevin somehow got possession. Bruins keep it in. It's Peak. Taken down. Here is Kastelic. Walks out in front. Shot blocked. And it goes out of play. I know they were playing... They were playing a game... They had a... Was it a showcase game? Was that what was going on? There was some sort of showcase game going on. Breakout showcase. They beat the Mets today in spring training, so that was good. Christian Campbell and Marcelo Meyer hit homers. That's good. That's very good. That's a win. Yeah, no, the Red Sox are looking good. And finally, okay... Right, I know we're in commercials, so don't freak out. Finally, Devers comes out and says he's fine with being DH. It wasn't that hard, was it there, Rafi? It wasn't that hard. It took him a bit. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. Wasn't there, Rafi? He could have just said, no, I'm fine. I'm sure David Ortiz stepped in and said, hate to make the same amount of millions for less work. Thank you to Ryan Hall, who just subbed to the channel. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you. I completely disagree. Okay, they're not paying Devers for his defense. There isn't a lot of defense there. You want to know what they're paying Swayman? They're paying Devers for? To hit home runs. They're sure as hell not paying $300 million for that defense. What? One of the worst third basemen defensively in baseball? No. Bregman needs to play third base, and they need to have Devers be the DH. I'm sure Ortiz stepped in and was like, embrace the role, you know? Like, do it. It's an honor being a DH for the Red Sox. They're asking you to be the hitter because they're your best. He's their best hitter. Right? Give yourselves the best chance to win. So, Yokoharu for Middlestat. Out in front, Lettieri couldn't get a piece. Puck comes to Koepke. He just couldn't play it. And now here's Cousins. Trying to get around Zadorov. Puck comes to Korpisalo. It's guided aside. Lettieri bumps into Batherson. Shabbat shot tipped by Batherson over the net. The rebound. Korpisalo had no idea where it was. It's 5-2. Drake Batherson. Man. Good Lord. Senators goal for Drake Batherson there. It's 5-2. That was just disheartening. That's what that was. Mitchell ices the puck. Oh, whoa, that hit Allmark. Whoa, that hit Allmark. That hit Allmark. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a load of crap. Clevin shot. Blocked. Uh-oh. Corpusalo's way down. Matt Paulo can't play it. Wotherspoon's got it. Moves it ahead. Zaka can't play it. Highmore gets it in. Mitchell gloves it down. A weak pass to Pasternak. That was so weak by Mitchell. Shot goes out of play. Why is he still here? And now Wotherspoon and Amadio and Cousins are exchanging. They were not the Mighty Ducks in 2007. Beecher kicked out of the draw. It'll be Kastelik to take it against Dylan Cousins. Bruins wave this ahead. Brown to Beecher. Kastelik gets stick lifted. Kastelik gets it in cross corner. Sanderson. Perron plays it across for Zub. This will be icing. No, it's not. Cousins the only guy there. Bruins get it away. There's an icing on the Bruins, though. Nope. Olmark plays it, no icing. Ian Mitchell's the new Zaboral. No, because Mitchell's actually decent in the minors. So he's kind of like... I don't know. Urho Vakanainen? A little bit. Shabbat left point. Has an open space. A shot. Save Corpusalo. Bruins move this ahead. Here is David Pasternak. For Geeky, he's tied up there by Jensen. Pasternak plays it across. Zadorov can't play the pass cleanly. And now Pasternak got it on the near wall. Trying to cut against Pinto. Pinto giving him the business, and Pasternak turns it over. Mario flips it ahead. Yokoharu reverses it. Shabbat gets it out. He gets it back into the Bruins' end. The Bruins only have 7 shots. What the hell are we doing? What is this? What is this? Claude Julien hockey? Jim Montgomery last year hockey? Bro. Oh my god, here they come. No, they don't score. Great save by Corpusalo. I thought they were gonna... I was getting ready to say score because that was a goal that Corpusalo would give up usually. There is Jacob Lauko. Husnadinov gonna race in. Husnadinov scores! Marat Husnadinov on a great rush off a good pass by Lindholm. It's a 5-3 game. I mean, Omar's not having a great night. 3 goals on 8 shots isn't great. Gonna be honest, it's not great. Lettieri takes it away. Puck comes in front for Koepke. He couldn't play it. The Bruins almost made that a 1-goal game really quick, huh? Oh, boy. Middlestat for Koepke. Couldn't get it back to Middlestat. Perron throws it cross ice. Ever heard of this player before? You've definitely heard of the guy. If you've been here the past couple of streams. We got him back in the Brazo deal. Traded Brazo to Minnesota for Lauko and Hustadinov. Peak plays it around the net. Koepke ahead for Lettieri. Shoots from the blue line, saved by Ullmark. Here is Goddaddy dumps in. Why are the Senators? Michael Sullivan tweeted this out, and I'm gonna say it. Why? We have a penalty on Ottawa here? Holy moly, the Bruins are getting a power play in a minute. Holy crap. Wow. 6-on-5. Here is Brown for Wotherspoon. The Bruins will maintain possession here. Here is Zacha for Pastrnak. The Bruins are going to have a power play with a chance to get back within 1. They get a touch. And it'll be a Bruins power play. Holding the stick. So the Bruins go to the power play for the first time after the TV timeout. Who got third goal? Husnadinov. Roman Anthony just hit a home run for the Red Sox in the spring breakout. Oh, yo. How far did that ball go? That was a bomb. There's the video. Roman Anthony just hit a home run for the Red Sox. Yo, that was an absolute bomb off the bat. He might make the opening night roster. Got a penalty on Gaudette. Mitchell held him up. He got held. Face-off won by the Bruins. Bruins have their first power play of the night. Here is Middlestat. Walks in front. Trying to find a man in front. Ullmark keeps it out somehow. Middlestat, great effort. Lohrei shot wide. Senators clear. What a chance for Middlestat. He just walked right in front of the net. He had an opening. He had Lindholm back door, too. Just couldn't jam it home. Like the idea. Lohrei drops back on a sauce for Lindholm and stops all of his momentum because he couldn't play the puck. He gets it back. Middlestat. Poke checked, and the Senators get it back out. Stop with the entry passing. It's not going to work. Stop with that bullshit. Nobody does that besides the Bruins. I don't see anybody else do that. But to the level of the Bruins do it. Pastrnak enters the zone. Drops back. Lindholm for Middlestat. Lohrei is actually in the slot right now. Middlestat for Pastrnak. Lohrei then rotates out high. Lohrei drops for Pastrnak. Middlestat can't play. It's cleared. Stationary power play again. Stop that. Doesn't work. Oh my god. Pasternak for Zacha, second unit on. Pasternak over to Mitchell on the right point. Shot on net, tipped by Lettieri wide. Here is Hustadinov. Zacha in the slot, save Olmark. Here is Mitchell. Lettieri for Mitchell. At the point. Zacha. Lettieri. Zacha. Save Olmark. Hey, that was a good movement from the second unit. Just couldn't get one home. Second unit on for the Bruins here. Zacha against Greg. Big tie-up on the draw. Senators clear. Bruins have 3 shots in this power play. Mitchell. Zacha dumps in. Olmark will try to clear the puck himself. And that puck goes out of play. Watch for the guy coming out of the box. The Bruins have to win this draw. Watch for the guy coming out of the box here. Zacha against Greg. Bruins have a second to go on the power play. Zacha's waved out, so Lettieri will take the draw. Senators win it. Battle for possession here. Bruins get the puck. Jokiharju shot save by Olmark. I didn't even start the clock. My bad. Florida leads 3-1 in Toronto. That actually helps the Bruins a little bit. Lindholm will take the draw against Brady Tkachuk. Lindholm tied up on the draw. Geekie keeps it in. Sanderson will get this ahead to Pinto. He'll get it in the zone. Yeah, Jokiharju, a really smart play to start firing it towards the net. Doesn't matter if you score or not. Just get the puck on net, and you got yourselves a face-off, which prevented a breakaway out of the box, which is good. Tie up in the far corner of the Bruins' end. 2 minutes to go. Senators get the puck off the battle. Zub plays it around Zadorov. Nice play. Very Mason Lohrei-esque from Zadorov there. Pasternak ahead for Geekie. Curls around a man. Geekie rips it off the rush, and it goes high. And it goes out of play with 1:43 to go in the second. Minute 43 to go in the second period. Bruins down 2. Shots are 10 even in the second period, so that's not bad. And they've outscored them 2-1 in the period so far. Face-off won by the Bruins. Peak puts it in deep. Hustadinov can't play it. Lauko. Hustadinov to the line. Peak. Hustadinov across. Lohrei. No way. Olmark just committed highway robbery on Lohrei. There is no way. That is one of the best saves I've ever seen. That is ridiculous. What a glove save. Oh, baby. That is an insane save. I can't help but clap at that. Oh, Mark, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I'll show respect where respect is deserved there. That is a phenomenal glove save by Ullmark. Unbelievable. That is one of the best saves I've ever seen in my life. Crowd's electric in Ottawa. Knock them down with a goal right here. Shot. Oh, they almost did. Peak just kind of threw a shot on and missed just wide. That is remarkable. Save of the year. Save of the decade. That's insane. There's no way he stopped that. They're chanting Ullmark's better. Yeah, he is. Peak flips it ahead. Final minute of the second period. Lohrei should have a goal there. Lohrei should file a complaint to the Ullmark to Ullmark for that shot. What a block by Lauko. Lohrei for Peak. Middlestat deflects it to Pasternak. Pasternak trying to work his way through. He got tied up by Shabbat. Geeky takes it away. Geeky waiting. Possessing. In past Pasternak. Just couldn't play it. Geeky can't play it. Puck comes out. Zadorov down to 10. Zadorov, quick re-entry for Boston. Shoots! Oh, it hit the post. Pasternak. Zadorov down to 3. In front, broken up. That'll do it for the second period. Ullmark, man. Holy shit. If he didn't make that save, this game got really interesting. Oh my goodness. That was one of the craziest saves I think I may have ever seen in my life. And I've seen tens of thousands of saves. That is easily up there in the top 1%. Remarkable. Remarkable. Can't have anything nice, can we? Yay. Let's take a look at the stats through 2. They're looking better for the Bruins. They're looking better. Shots 25-17 in favor of Ottawa. It was 16-4. So they outshot them 13-9 in that second period. 52.3% of the faceoffs went to Ottawa. They've won 23 of 44 tonight. Bruins have won 47.7. No penalties in the second period. We're taking 1 for 2 for Ottawa. No, I'm sorry. The Bruins actually took that's my fault. I just completely miscalculated. The Bruins got a power play, did not score. 0 for 1 on the power play. Bruins have 6 penalty minutes. The Senators have 4. I don't know what I'm saying. And it's actually, I didn't even change the, so it's still the end of the second period, and it is 5-3. Giveaways 11-6 in favor of Boston. They've given up the puck more, and they've got more takeaways at 5-3 in favor of Ottawa at the end of 2. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go step out for a second. I'll be right back. Bruins down 2 to Ottawa. I will play some music for you. Bruins down 2 to Ottawa. We go to the third period, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Still can't get over that save. Welcome back. Bruins are down 5-3 to the Senators through 2. It should be 5-4. God almighty. I'm still not over that. Tweets from today is opening day. Thank God I miss baseball. Oh my God. Somebody's sending their Pinterest browser. Like their Pinterest board. I want to open the link. The Thunder made 25 of 35 free throws, while the Celtics went 10 of 12. Well, the Celtics, everybody fell asleep last night, I guess, from what I understand. I have the Pinterest app, right? Oh, I should. Sure, Cooper Flag got injured. The Duke guy? The guy for, the Duke guy's probably gonna be in the draft? I did, I uninstalled it. That's really smart. Good job, Sam. Alright, yes. Allow. Well, he's not sure. No. Oh my God. This stupid fucking thing. I hate apps that I don't understand. It's like I'm like I know I'm a streamer and I'm like tech savvy, but when it comes to things I don't understand, I'm like I'm like a boomer. I don't understand apps. You know what I mean? Chicago Bears. Somebody sent me their Bruins. One of my friends sent me their Bruins Pinterest board, and it's the Chicago Bears. Oh, this is great. I found this in my pocket. It's for you. It's SpongeBob giving the middle finger. Wow. iPhone 6 sports wallpaper. Oh. We're on the 16. Anybody want it? Here, I'll let you screenshot. Here, I'll take everything off the screen. Here. Oh, everything. Shit. Anybody have an iPhone 6? There you go. Here you go. Give me 2 seconds. All right, well. Anybody want an iPhone 6? Here, I'll get my face out of the way. Here you go. Screenshot it. Go ahead, guys. I find this entertaining. Go ahead, chat. There you go. Oh, God. But am I the only one that's like that? When, like, I don't, if it's an app that I don't understand, I'm like, I feel like I'm like my grandmother or something like that. I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, Tampa ties it at 3. Goal for Cam Atkinson. Oh, the third period. Besides, the Bruins won because their game started late because they decided to do everything late. No reason. Edmonton and New York and Minnesota in the second. What's this? Oh no! The first thing on our board is Brad Marchand. That is a classic. That is a classic. Swayman, DeBrusque, McAvoy, and Allmark shopping at Target last year. Pasternak and Krejci on... What? Doing a heart thing. That's also good. That's great. Oh, this is great. Marchand Luigi. And what's Allmark? Toad? I think? I don't know. What's up, Lava? You just missed time for, the frickin', what's it called? I forget what it's called. Oh! Let me check. Sub-only chat's on tonight. Here, there you go. It's on now. I turned off some subscriber-only mode. I had it on because... people were being stupid yesterday. Or the other day. You know who I'm talking about. If you weren't able to chat before, you should be able to chat now. That's my bad, chat. Excuse me. All right. Third period about to start. This one's called Human by Tom Morello and Barnes Courtney. Bruins are going to be going from right to left in the road whites. Senators and the home blacks going from left to right. Just trying to get back from a tutoring gig. I'm trying to enlighten the world one student at a time. Respect. Third period underway. Bruins need 2 to tie. They were in the situation against Florida Tuesday. See if they can recreate magic from Tuesday tonight. Husnudinov to Zadorov. Tied up there by Giroux. Here is Jokiharju. Flipped ahead. Past everybody. Nick Jensen tried to make a play on it. He couldn't, but it's not icing since he tried to play the puck. Giroux bumped into by Lauko, who's got banged up twice and is still playing. Zadorov shot, save, rebound in front, and Senators get it away. Batherson's got 2 goals for Ottawa tonight. Zadorov whips it in from center, saved by Ullmark. Yes, Panthers fans. I don't even know. It was some troll. It was some troll in chat. It was disgusting, actually. Bruins get this ahead, but the Senators get it back. It's Amadio, knocked into by Peak and knocked down. Lorai tied up there by Ridley Gregg. Lorai should be good at maintaining possession like that because he's a forward. He's only been a defenseman for a few years. Before he went pro, for the most part, he was a forward. Shot there from Highmore is stopped by Swayman and it goes out of play.
Great.
Oops. Face-off won by the Bruins. Jokiharju. And SFW content. Not safe for PG-esque. PG-13. Saved by Corpusalo on a shot from Gaudette. Try to keep things like PG-13. Not PG-13 stuff. TV-14. I'm more of a TV-14 individual. Beecher against Gaudette. Beecher wins the draw. Zadorov flips it out to center. The puck dies. Brown gathers it. Moves it ahead for Boston. He'll dump in. The Bruins are going to change. And now here is Zadorov. Reverses it ahead. Off Kastelik. Puck comes to Koepke. Koepke guides it on the backhand. Brown makes Matt and Paul wave on the puck. A dramatic miss. Bruins keep this in for the moment. Senators eventually get it out. Wotherspoon takes it, dumps in. MLB used to have excellent chat rooms about 20 years ago, and people got stupid and MLB got rid of them. Puck comes in front and saved by Omar.
We got 11-0.
Indoor golf, like mini golf? Did you go mini golfing today? Cousins waves out of the draw against Middlestat. Perron will take the draw. Bruins win it. Senators gain possession off Lettieri's bad bounce, and Shabbat ahead for Batherson. Wotherspoon gets it back, moves it ahead for Middlestat. Here is Lettieri, advances it to Koepke. He and Lettieri will crisscross. Kepke's backhand, scooped up by Ullmark. Were the Bruins ever leading? No. No. They were down 4-1 at the end of the first. Pulled Swayman. Korpisalo came in. The Bruins got 2 out of the next 3 goals, though. Middlestat and Hustadinov both have first career goals as a Bruin tonight, by the way. The other goal going to Pasternak is 34th. Lindholm wins the draw. Shot by Mitchell wide on a shot from the right point off the faceoff. Wotherspoon for Lindholm. Bruins attempting to keep this puck in. They do. Puck comes to Hustadinov. He's tied up. Works it to Lindholm. He gets knocked down by Stützle. Puck is popped up. Mitchell fakes a slap shot for Lindholm. Wraparound chance in front. Ullmark makes a good save on Lindholm in front. Bruins are so if you're wondering, if you're keeping score, Columbus is losing 3-0 to Vegas in the third period. That's actually helpful to the Bruins in the wild card push, by the way. Regardless of what the Bruins do, they need Columbus to lose tonight. So they're actually doing the Bruins a favor. So icing here against Ottawa. Whoever is drafting Jamison Sloys from the USHL will have a fantastic winger. All I know about the USHL is that I've heard really good things about Will Zellers. Everyone's been telling me he's going to be a superstar. Everyone's been telling me he's going to be a really solid player, and I'm excited. I know he's still a few years out, but I'm excited. Tie up off the draw. Senators come away with it. It's Sanderson. Pinto, good pressure by Geekie. He gets it back into the Senators' end. Blocks a dump-out attempt. Lorei pinches. Puck eventually comes up, but Lorei gains possession back for the Bruins. On the backhand, scoops it in. Toronto has tied it against Florida. Oh my goodness. Judd Surratt just said that. Zub ahead off Perron. Perron for Cousins. Out top, Batherson poke check by Middlestat. Puck comes to Matt and Paulo. Save Korpisalo. Where's the puck? It is out of the net. The Senators are celebrating. Batherson's stick was in the air. Where is it? Where's the puck? No! I think Korpisalo kept that out. I think he kept it out. I think he kept it out of the net. I think he kept it out. They're going to review it. Which is fine. They're doing their due diligence. I wonder... I don't see where the puck ends up, though. That's my problem. I don't see where the puck is. There is no puck, so you can't really tell. He kept it out. I saw a little bit of movement. No goal! All right, the Bruins are still within 2. Korpisalo making an unbelievable save. No goal on the ice. It was a quick review. Face-off won by Ottawa. That shot got through, but it goes wide. Tkachuk, Giroux, and Zadorov were tied up. The Bruins will move this ahead. They have an odd-man rush. Here is Zadorov across the line. Looking to center. Pass got broken up by Matt and Paulo. Tkachuk wrapped up. Middlestat gets it. In front, Koepke misses just wide of the net. Wow. Lettieri gets cross-checked. Hello? Refs? Is that not a cross-check? He hit him from behind. He hit him from directly behind when he had the puck. Hello? Am I insane for thinking that's a cross-check or no? I mean... Peak will get this out. Hustadinov for Lowry. Lauko enters the zone. Lauko in front. Pass broken up. Kept in by Peak. That shot's blocked. Here comes Drake Batherson. Korpisalo challenges him and gets it away. Lauko ahead for Lindholm. He's in no man's land, tied up by 4 Senators, and throws the puck away. Here is Perron. Jensen. Senators trying to get this into the offensive zone. They do. Greg. Zacha takes him down. He wipes out. Wotherspoon for Pasternak. Gets double teamed there by Amadio and Zub. Zacha. Sorry, that's Hustadinov for Wotherspoon for Zacha. Zacha over to Pasternak. Dropping for Mitchell, but he couldn't play it. Geeky's there to support. Senators eventually get it out. Mitchell getting pinched. Geeky gets it to Zacha. He backhands it in. Pasternak gets around Sanderson. Zub plays it around. Amadio bumped into there by Zadorov. Geeky whips it ahead off of Patrick Brown, and that puck comes in front. We have a stoppage here. I'm not sure what happened. Brown against Gaudette. Gaudette wins the draw. Bruins battling for it. Zadorov gets it from Jokiharju. Jokiharju will move this ahead. He has some space. He'll cross the line for Brown. Offside. We go to commercial. As we are in TV timeout. Just checking scores around the league. I'm not really sure where Judd Surratt said that the Leafs came back to tie it at 3. It's 3-2. Bruins are battling for the puck in the offensive zone here. Took a weird bounce, and Tkachuk will get this out on a chance from Giroux. Tkachuk gets it into the zone. Jokiharju plays this out to center. Now Artem Zub takes it and dumps it in as the Senators were getting tagged up to be onside. Jokiharju from Zadorov. Moves this ahead, Middlestat for Lettieri. Lettieri spins back against Batherson, waiting for some support. Whips it around the net. Wotherspoon's there, gets it to Middlestat. Beecher out there trying to find him, can't. And now here is Perron. Zub dumps in. Korpisalo leaves it for Mitchell. Wotherspoon knocked into by Batherson. Here is Cousins. This is the biggest sample size we've seen on Ian Mitchell since he got to the Bruins last year in the Taylor Hall deal with Chicago, along with Alec Regula, who's now in Edmonton, by the way. The Bruins need to play with a little bit more pace. Also, they're putting out their bottom six way too much in a game they're down 2. The game that means so much to the Bruins in the standings. They're putting out Brown, Beecher, and Kastelik way too much for me. Here is Matt and Paulo. Brady Tkachuk flips in. Lohrei gloves it down. Bruins will try to move this out in transition. Lohrei dumps in. Took a weird bounce. Husnudinov kept it in for the moment, but Stützle will get it to Brady Tkachuk. He'll dump in the zone. I want to see more of the Zacha, Geeky, Pasternak line right now. Lohrei, here they come. Here's Zacha. For Pasternak. In the middle, Lohrei again denied by Ullmark. Geeky again denied Ullmark. Peak shot save. Ullmark making ridiculous saves. Where was this in Game 7 against Florida 2 years ago, you asshole? Or Game 6, anyway. Come on, Ullmark. Pasternak enters the zone. Gets tied up by 3 Senators defenders. Zacha just past Geeky. Ridley Gray gets it out of the zone. Middlestat. Ahead for Koepke. Has Zadorov breaking. Koepke spins. Drops it for no one. Middlestat takes it away and throws it to no man's land. Zadorov spins back. Middlestat cuts to the inside. Gets it to Koepke. Tied up by Giroux. Puck comes out. Mitchell takes the puck, dumps in. Now here's Stützle, who probably has more talent than everybody on the ice of the Bruins besides Middlestat. Combined, is what I meant to say. Wotherspoon gets it from Mitchell. Ahead off Lauko and in. Shabbat. Lauko for Husnudinov. Peak shoots, save again. Lorai's got it. Drops for Peak. Shoots, blocked. And it goes out of play. Can I test that Marat Husnudinov has one of the longest names in Bruins history? It barely fits in the cells on my stat sheets. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's the stat. Oh, by the way, I was gonna mention this earlier, but I completely forgot. So, Dan McKinnon, the general manager of the Utica Comets in the American Hockey League, who is the AHL affiliate of the New Jersey Devils, has a son on the Utica Comets, Will McKinnon. Well, or at least he did. Because Dan traded his son, Will, to the Cleveland Monsters, yes, that's the AHL affiliate of the Columbus Blue Jackets, for, wait for it, future considerations. Can't wait to see what the next family dinner is going to be like. Traded his son for future considerations. That happened today. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm sure that went over well in the family group chat, did it not? Lauko caved in by Zub. Lorai will carry this to center. He'll carry it across the line. Lorai trying to make a move, and he got poke checked off the puck. Here is Mitchell. Yeah, this game's too important. You need Pasternak out there on every shift. I'm sorry, Pasternak. You're going to be tired. They need him out there right now. Husnudinov bumped off the puck there by Sanderson. Zub trying to move this ahead. The Bruins get the puck. It's Jokiharju. Zadorov near side. Fires it on. Shot wide. And the puck comes out of the zone. Here is Jokiharju. Zadorov moves this ahead for Lauko. He'll dump in. Lauko, Beecher, Kastelik right now. I'm pretty sure Patrick Brown's been benched for the game. Kastelik, big check on Shabbat. Puck comes to Zadorov. Jokiharju ices the puck. No, it came in on Olmark. No icing. Yeah, if I'm the Bruins, I'm sending Patrick Brown to Providence tomorrow, and I'm getting somebody else from Providence if they really want to do that. I could think of Jeffrey VL, who could fill in that role, who looks fine. Not sure why they sent him down to begin with. Now here's Peak, or Tufty. I thought he was decent. Icing against Boston, 7:09 to go. Faceoff did come back to the Senators' end, even though it shouldn't have. Clevin shot wide. Now here comes Kastelik. He's out there with Middlestat. Is that Koepke? Yeah, it is. Lohrei deflects it off Koepke and in. Ullmark plays it around. Lettieri for Mitchell. Middlestat tied up. Lettieri throws down Tkachuk with a hilarious flop. Mitchell dumps it in the zone. The longest name in Bruins history belongs to Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson. Yeah, that makes sense. JFK. He was out there. He had 3 frickin' names, and 2 of them are long. Giroux dumps it in. For Greg. Geekie and Mitchell tie him up. Lohrei. Knocked off the puck by Stützle. Here's Greg. Mitchell trying to cut him off. Puck comes to the line. Shot. Deflection. Korpisalo. Good reaction time. Great save. Lohrei will move this ahead. Somebody's without a stick. Pastrnak. In front. Geekie couldn't play it. Ullmark makes the stop. He tried to thread it to Geekie. If Geekie just got a stick on it, man. They go to commercial. Mitchell has not scored, no. Vegas and Columbus has gone final. Vegas wins 4-0. That helps the Bruins. If the Bruins lose, whatever the Bruins do, if Bruins lose this game to Ottawa and Columbus loses, washout. Doesn't matter. It's a positive. Back hurts so bad. Christian Campbell, I'm seeing his home run right now. Yep, I like that. I like that swing. I really like Marcelo Meyer's swing. And Roman Anthony was just a moonshot. All right. 5:51 to go in the third. Bruins are down 2. They could use one right now. Bruins tied up. They win the draw. Jokiharju for Zadorov. Shot tipped by Pasternak's save. For an offensive zone draw, I would have put Jokiharju out there with Lohrei. That's what I would have done. Especially in this situation. Zadorov for Geekie. Back to Jokiharju. The Bruins need 2. Puck comes out. Both goaltending has both goalies have been good tonight. Here is Zadorov. He'll carry it through the neutral zone. Gets poke checked. Husnadinov tied up there with Cousins. Cousins gets it in the zone. Lohrei over to Mitchell. Where's Andrew Peak? We have icing with 4:58 to go. As we are in the Final 5, presented by Black and Gold Productions. Go to blackandgoldhockey.com to go check out the most recent articles about the Bruins organization from ECHL to AHL to NHL. Episode 385 of the Black and Gold Hockey Podcast is coming Sunday. More info coming on that Saturday against Bruins, during the Bruins Lightning stream Saturday night, 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. Giroux wins it against Lettieri. Shabbat's shot, that goes wide. Husnudinov with Lauko and Letary out there due to the icing. The Bruins take it away off a bad play by Shabbat. It's Lauko. He'll flip in. Lindholm will come on for Letary. Lauko knocks down Shabbat with a huge hit. Husnudinov. A chance for Zacha, who's out there, is at a Lindholm. Shot is blocked. And now Wotherspoon has Peak to his right. There's Peak. Here's Peak. Gets it across the line. Peak waiting for some help. Korpisalo gonna race off. It will be 6-on-5. Geeky possessing. Middlestat, the extra attacker. He is the right guy to have out there. Middlestat. Wotherspoon. Pasternak. Saved by Ullmark. Amadio, chance the empty net here. Wotherspoon and Peak out there. The worst two to have out there. Oh my god, they didn't even make a play on it. Puck comes in front. Cleared away by Middlestat. Now Geeky still has it. They have to go 200 feet here. Here is Middlestat. There's Lohrei. Middlestat enters the zone. Threw it right at somebody's skates. Lindholm trying to get it to Zacha. He does. Quick re-entry. Zacha. Middlestat will wait. Wait. Chance for Zacha. Saved by Ullmark. Puck is caught between the referee. Lindholm to the line. Lohrei for Geeky out top. Puck comes out. Geeky couldn't play the pass. Lohrei, quick re-entry coming. They get it. Nope, it's not. Offside. 3:13 to go. Man, this team. They have put Korpisalo back in the net because it's an offside. Kepke, Letary, and Lauko out there with Mitchell and Jokiharju. It's because the faceoff was outside the zone. They're going to get a change the minute they move the puck up the ice here. Kepke. Bad play by Kepke. And now here's Stützle. Puck comes out. The top unit will come on. They're gonna pull Korpisalo here in a moment. Pasternak grabs it from Jokiharju. Ahead for Zacha. Here goes Korpisalo. Bruins have it. They're gonna race off. Lindholm keeps it just inside the line. Geeky for Middlestat. 5 forwards and a defenseman. It's the best one out there, Lohrei. Lohrei for Pasternak. Waits. They don't have a lot of time to wait, but they do. Pinto gets it out to center. Why can't we score? They're not even scoring. They're not even taking shots right now. Forget scoring. Lohrei for Pasternak. Shoot the puck! Oh my lord. Pinto misses wide. Lohrei doesn't get back, so it's no icing. Greg, Amadio, blocked by Middlestat. The Bruins still need 2. Zacha almost put that in his own net. Lohrei for Pasternak, minute 45. Ahead off Kepke. Why is Kepke out here? Ullmark's gonna try it. Ullmark down the ice. He misses wide. Icing against Boston, against Ottawa, the minute 35. Holy moly. This team has no structure whatsoever. Timeout Boston, minute 35. Man, they need it. Face-off is tied up. Giroux. Oh, Pasternak. Horrible play. Giroux. Wow, what a play by Zacha getting back. That was actually a good play. Lindholm. Elias Lindholm, can you just get off the team, please? Thank you. Get off. Why is Elias Lindholm still on this team? Legitimate question. Elias Lindholm might be the worst signing the Bruins have ever had, and I'm old enough to remember the Louis Eriksson deal. Oh, the Louis Eriksson trade, and then they re-signed him. It is the worst contract by stat production in the National Hockey League. That's a legit stat. I'm not making that up either. It's a legit stat that says money earned by each stat earned when it comes to goals, assists, and points. Elias Lindholm by far is the worst. By far the worst. .6 save Corpusalo. Senators win. 6-3. 22 saves for Ullmark tonight. Man, I don't understand. Okay, here's my thing, right? Okay, here is my problem with what happened tonight, okay? This is my issue. Okay? I understand, skill difference, skill issue. Right? I understand that. What I don't understand is why Jeremy Swayman started this game, number one. And number two, why in the world is Elias Lindholm still being presented as a legit threat? He's not. The stats add up. By point production, he has the worst contract in the history of the National Hockey League. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a legit stat. Elias Lindholm, this season, okay? Let's pull up his stats here. Make sure he didn't get any points tonight. He got an assist. Okay, fine. He got an assist. So he's got 34 points in 67 games. By average, that's over half a point a game, right? That's what you think. But look at the money he's earning. He's earning 7 3/4. This is the first year of that deal. Okay? He earns trade protection later in the deal. Okay? Elias Lindholm is 30 years old. Okay? If he stays in Boston the full contract, he's going to probably retire as a Bruin at the age of 36 or 37. Okay? That's a legit thing. He earned his 591st career point tonight. All right? He's played almost 900 games. David Pastrnak has 808 points. Well, actually, 800 and... He has... what's he got? He had a goal tonight. Did he have an assist tonight? No. He has 809 points in... How many games did he play in his career? $741. Look at those numbers. Those aren't, I'm not making that up. I have it right open, right on my phone. It's a legit stat. Pastrnak is only making $3.5 million more than Elias Lindholm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Ottawa Senators take 3 of 4 from the Bruins this season. This is the final time we see Ottawa. 3 of 4. Can't happen. Cannot happen. What is Elias Lindholm doing? Handing the puck to Claude Giroux. What's he doing? If he turns another direction, he has the amount of time and space of a real estate agent investing in a fresh property. Okay? This no. Can't happen. No. You got outshot 31-25. I mean, it's not bad. The stats aren't terrible, but the plays were. And you shot yourselves in the foot when you gave up 4 in the first. Yeah, it's partially on Swayman. But the team in front of him wasn't all that good. Their best period was the second period, by far. Which is an anomaly for this team, is it not? So, it's just not a good look. It's just not a good look. It just doesn't look good on the record on the season when you're 30, 29, and 8, and you're losing games like that. You know, it just can't happen. It just can't happen. They focus more on physicality tonight than actually playing. And I'll show you why in a second. Okay? I'll show you why in just a second. I'm going to pull up the stats here. I mean, the giveaways. Oof. 17. Oof. Compared to 8. Let's take a look at your final stats in this game, guys. These are legit from the NHL app. 31-25 shots on goal in favor of Ottawa tonight. 53.2% on the faceoffs compared to 46.8. 1 for 2 on the power play for Ottawa. 0 for 1 for Boston. 6 penalty minutes to 4. 34 hits. They had 16 of those in the third period alone. If you would put half of that effort as you did into hitting people, you would have tied the game. So, 15 block shots to 11. Bruins had 17 giveaways compared to 8. 7 takeaways compared to 5. That's actually a good thing for the Bruins. That's actually a good stat for them. But yeah, these are the final stats. This is a legit, this is what happens. This is what happened tonight, guys. These aren't bullshit. I want to believe it's bullshit, but it's not. So, those are your stats on this one. Get Josiah in here, and we'll give your final thoughts real quick. I'm not going to be on stream long anymore because I'm tired. Hello? Uh-oh. Yep.
The way I put this is I have my own 3 stars of the game, and these are 3 stars for all the wrong reasons. 3rd star of the game, Patrick Brown. Don't know why you're here. Never knew why you were here. 2nd star of the game, Elias fucking Lindholm. Why are you the way that you are? And number 1 star, Jeremy Swayman. You suck balls. Okay. I don't fully understand what Elias Lindholm was thinking. I get it. Like, time's going down. You're running out of time. You're down by 2. You gotta make desperate shit. But you literally just pulled a Gordon Ramsay and gave the puck on a silver platter and just handed it off. I don't know how that happens in the NHL where you literally just hand him the puck. Pretty much I compare it to when Zadorov's stick broke in that Carolina game. That's pretty much how easy that was. Now, honestly, I'm not too mad about this because I was anticipating it. I knew, everyone was like, oh my God, the Bruins, they won against Tampa Bay and they came back against Florida. I thought it was cool too. And I was hyped for it. But I knew this was coming. I'm like, it is way too obvious they're going to do something that Bruins do. And that is to look good when you're not supposed to. And then when you're supposed to win a game, you fall flat on your face. I hands down blame Jeremy Swayman for the majority of the game, mainly because the Bruins, their wind was taken out of their sails because they sucked so bad in the first period. You can definitely argue, Korpisalo started the second period, and I see you got something. What do you got?
I have a retort to that. I'm not gonna blame Swayman. He shouldn't have even started this game. I'm blaming Sacco.
Doesn't matter if you shouldn't play the game or not. You're in the game. You gotta play like an NHL player, even if you shouldn't be there.
Yes and no. I understand your point. But he just played 2 really tough games against Tampa and Ottawa. He needed a night off, And
I agree. No, I absolutely agree. And I get it. It sounds really harsh to be like, well, he should have had a night off. He shouldn't have been there, but it's all his fault. It was just the types of things he was missing that was bugging me. That first goal, I could make that save. Like, he had no one in front of him, and he just didn't put his pad down.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that. I'm re-watching it now, and yeah, literally, it's, Pinto is right in front of him. You could argue that, Lohrei was kind of in front of him, but, there was almost no one in front of you. You almost had a full view of that. So, I definitely have to blame him for that one. And the second goal by Tyler, he just whips it on net with Swayman already on that side of the net and just goes right past him. Don't get me wrong. I totally get it.
Yeah. But remember, that should have never happened. That should have never gotten to that situation. Wotherspoon turned that puck over really badly.
Agreed.
Right.
And it's the same. That's basically the whole thing this whole night, that it should have ever gotten to that point. I'm mainly just disappointed that they had such a good opportunity. Like, I knew they were gonna lose. Like, I had a feeling they were gonna lose this game. I'm like, it's a winnable game, but they like to lose those. And after the Florida game, they're probably gassed. They're not gonna come out strong, and they definitely did not come out strong. They did definitely get a little bit better in the second period, and I'll give them props for that. But obviously, you dug yourself too far into a hole to get out. But you had such a good opportunity. The Flyers just beat the Lightning in a shootout. The Blue Jackets got shut out, and then the Leafs lost. So, like, you had such a good opportunity to jump up in the standings, and you blew it. So, yeah, no. I mean, and things stay the same. Like, as of right now, since Columbus lost, you still technically are only 2 points out of a playoff spot. But, like, your schedule doesn't get any easier. Like, you kind of blew the best opportunity you have, other than maybe the game against Buffalo.
Yeah,
I mean, the Lightning, they'll have a chance. Buffalo, they'll have a chance. But then you go to Vegas, man. And then, sure, you go to the Sharks. But then the Kings are there. Anaheim's been playing good hockey lately. Detroit's kind of up and down. So, I don't know. I get it. We sold at the trade deadline. But, and technically on paper, you should be bad. And I will give them that. They were bad. But... ugh.
You're still competitive. You're still competitive. So, like, here's the thing, right? If you're going to sell at the deadline, which they definitely did, play like it. In the first 2 games, they didn't play like it. They actually played like a better hockey team. So then everybody was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" Then they fell on their face, and now they're like, "Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Nice joke. April 1st is coming soon. You gave me an early April Fool's joke. Thanks."
Yeah.
So, it sucks. I will say something, though. It was nice to see Middlestat and Husnudinov get their first goals as a Bruin tonight. I will say that.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give you that.
So.
I just looked at the league. I was curious where the Bruins stand in the league. They are 23rd.
Ugh.
And their goal differential is -30.
Oh,
yikes.
boy.
Guess what? The Buffalo Sabres, who are in 30th, have a better goal differential than the Bruins.
Want to know why? Because they scored 7 on the Bruins. That's probably why. Anyway.
Oh, I wonder how that works.
All right, let's take a look. Goal differential. So, how do I check that? Are you on the NHL app?
No, on their website, under standings.
Let's see. Let's take a look. So, -30. The only 2 teams to have a worse goal differential are the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers. And
Blackhawks and Sharks.
Predators, Blackhawks, Sharks. You're telling me the Bruins have the 6th worst goal differential in the National Hockey League?
Ooh. Yikes.
Oh, God. Eey. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
I would agree.
Yeah, the Bruins have lost 7 of their last 10. They've lost, let me see here. They've lost 21 out of 32 games on the road. They've won 19 of 35 at home. Yeah, this team's kind of whatever. Oof. Yeah. By the way, to answer your question, Braden, Elias Lindholm did not have a shot on goal tonight, which, shocker, by the way. Anyway. So let's see here. The Rangers are playing Minnesota. They're up 1-0 going into the third. We need Minnesota to beat the Rangers there. Devils don't matter to the Bruins at the moment, although they might soon, but not at the moment, so they don't really count. Although beating the Oilers would be hilarious. I saw a stat saying that the Bruins have like the 4th easiest schedule.
No. There's no way.
I was like, there's no way that's true. Wait,
no.
Let me check that Let me check that stat real quick. Hold on a minute.
I mean, here.
Yeah.
I mean, while you're looking at that.
They do. They have the
oh my
4th.
God, yeah, I'm looking at the games right
They have the 4th easiest schedule. Remaining strength of schedule. They're only behind the Blues, the Oilers, and the Capitals. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I look at this now and I'm like, damn. I mean, they got Lightning. Here, how about I got your stream pulled up. I want you to do thumbs up, thumbs down on what they should win. Not that they will, because they suck ass.
In theory, they should win this game, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
Tampa Bay at home.
Yes.
You're delayed, so I can't see it, so you'll have to say something.
Yes.
Okay. Sabres at home.
Yes.
Vegas away.
No.
Sharks away.
Yes.
Kings away.
No.
Ducks away.
Yes.
Detroit away.
50-50.
Capitals at home.
No.
Montreal away.
50-50.
Carolina at home.
No.
Sabres away.
Yes.
Devils away.
No.
Blackhawks home.
Yes.
Pittsburgh away.
Yes.
Devils home.
At home? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they
What is that? Like 10 of the final
should
What is that?
win.
10 of the final 16 games, something like that? 10 of the
I'd say
final 50?
theoretically they should win 70 of the next, like 70% of the rest of the games.
Yeah.
Theoretically. Yikes. And they're not, we know that.
Well, I know they're not, but this is all hypothetical. Like in theory they should. Yes.
Yeah.
But they won't. Oilers and Devils goes final. The Devils beat the Oilers 3-2. That is a final in Newark.
That's funny.
That is an upset, is what that is.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is an upset.
Especially with the shots on goal. Oilers 33 shots, Devils 21. Ooh.
Yikes.
Looks like a Bruins game right there.
Yeah. Olmark and Sway works so well as a tandem. Why not try that with Corpusalo? Legit questions. Just really started watching. Okay, so here is why they should, and here's why they won't, right? They should do it because it would give both goalies even distribution. It would give Swayman more rest. But they won't because Swayman's technically the better goalie. He's making $5 million more than Corpusalo, and in the NHL, money talks, so the best players who are being paid the most play more. So unfortunately, Swayman shouldn't start more games than Corpusalo for the rest of the season, but he will. Which is why I came with a compromise, and they used to do this. They still don't do it, and I still don't understand why. Swayman 2 games, Corpusalo 1 game. I don't care who the opponent is. I don't care.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
This whole 4-1 thing needs to stop.
Yep. Doesn't matter. And if they had done that all season, they might have had a few more wins under their belt, wouldn't they have? They're 30, 29, and 8? They might have 35 wins right now. Maybe 36 or 37.
They'd be in a wild card spot.
They would be in a wild card spot. Hell, they might even be in the top 3 in the Atlantic. If they had just given themselves a chance and said, hey, maybe we should go to a 2-1 rotation. 2-to-1 ratio. I don't know. And I hope they consider that for next year. Whoever the hell the goalie is, whether it's Corpusalo, the backup next year still, or it's DiPietro, the Boya guy from Maine, Bussy, Joe Schmo off the street, Phillips Fedback. I don't care who it is. Okay? 2 for Swayman, 1 for whoever the goalie is. Okay?
Let's trade for Connor Hellebuck.
They'll want Swayman. I'll be like, all right, in a heartbeat, take him, please.
Yeah, if they say Hellebuck for Swayman, I would do that.
Yeah, you could tell he was tired tonight. Right, exactly. That's why I'm not crapping on him. Because this is on the coaching staff for starting him in the first place. He should not have played tonight. I'm not, yeah, there was a couple of ones he should have had, but I'm not completely crapping on him. He should not have started this game to begin with. And it shows.
Yeah, no, and I what I meant by blaming him was, it was the way that those goals were going in.
Right.
You know, if it was like crazy passing and like he had no chance, I'm not gonna blame him for that. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the guy's been playing like it feels like unlimited games, but you know, it just felt like he wasn't even trying like at all.
No.
But I don't blame him. I mean, he's probably fed up for playing so many games. Because I know he wanted, like, when they were talking about trying to keep Olmark and Swayman, they were like, you know, both wanted to play 50-plus games, which couldn't happen. But this is, like, way more than that. I mean, how many games has Korpisalo even started? Like, 20?
So, Swayman, this was his 48th appearance.
Well, Corby, I only think got pulled once. And that was the opening night against Florida, I think.
He didn't get pulled that game.
Yeah, he did. Did Swayman start?
Swayman didn't.
No,
Swayman wasn't under
right.
contract then, was he?
Right, he didn't even exist yet.
Well, actually, he was under contract, but he wasn't with the team. They actually had Bussy there as a backup for that night.
I thought he got pulled.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. This seems like forever ago. Okay, so I think Korpisalo started, but Swayman was backing him up, but he wasn't gonna ever come in because the fact he was simply not ready. He had not played, all that.
Right. They just legally had to have it because you have to have two goalies.
Right. Because Bussy was put on waivers to go back to the AHL, and so was Michael DiPietro.
Okay, yeah, Korpisalo played the entire game.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I thought he got pulled. All right, I'm wrong.
Well, it wouldn't have surprised me if he did, because he gave up 6, so...
Well, yeah, he gave up 4 in the first period, just like tonight. It was 4-1 at the end of 1 against the Panthers that game, so...
Wasn't it like 6-4 or something?
Yeah, 6-4. Oof, yikes. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't want to remember that. The first 2 games of the season were nightmarish. You get shut out against the Caps to start the season and then lose to the Panthers.
What? We didn't.
And then I saw their first win of the season.
Wait a minute. No. We didn't play the Capitals in the opening night. We played the Panthers opening night. The Capitals were a preseason game.
Then why does it say it wasn't? Okay, Google's having a stroke.
Google's on crack. NHL.
Yeah.
Okay. The opening night was against Florida because that was the ABC game. It was the second NHL game that happened that entire season. And then it was the Canadians in the home opener, which way you were at. So
that was such a good game, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Why can't it be like that more often?
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess my final thoughts are Bruins hurt my soul. The Boston Fleet, I will give them that. I think they're 7-1 and 2-0 because they have the weird point system. Either way, 7 of their last 10 games they've won in regulation. That's kind of nuts.
Good.
So get ready for game 1 of the playoffs, Sam, because I'm dragging your butt there.
Okay, I might be meeting you down in Lowell.
Ugh. Yeah. Well, at least I'm going to the second BU game on the 26th, so a couple weeks from now.
Oh, nice.
Wait, why is it not? I just realized, why is it not on my calendar? Wait a minute, what happened? It's not on my calendar anymore. I don't know what I did. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to Red Sox. Patriots looking good. Bruins are hurting my soul, but hopefully they can do something in the remainder of this season.
Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of the Red Sox, I'm actually going to be going to a Red Sox game April 6th. It's opening weekend. It's a Sunday night baseball game against the Cardinals. I'm going with Grant and a friend of mine for his birthday. So we're going to be going there on April 6th. So it's going to be Cardinals-Red Sox. Sunday night baseball at Fenway.
Oh, so you're going to the third game of the Fenway.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
You'll have to let me know how that goes. I mean, I'll be watching the game, obviously, but...
Yeah, so the Bruins are playing that night, so I'll not be streaming that game, obviously, because I'll be at Fenway. So
sweet, dude. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, so... But
yeah,
anyway.
I have tickets. Toronto Scepters at Boston Fleet. Wow, it's almost sold out.
Is it?
Well, that's good.
Oh yeah, it's at Agganis.
Agganis,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played the first one a week ago against Montreal.
Didn't they lose?
Good crowd.
Didn't they lose?
In OT, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's March 26th at 7, and for some reason it disappeared off my calendar. But I guess I got to put that back on because I don't want to miss that.
Right. Cooper, I'm gonna wrap up stream after this, so no. About your joining the call. No. But
Oh, yeah, I'll DM you about something in a second once I hop off the call.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. Not really.
No,
but,
it was not.
I guess I'll talk to you after the Lightning game.
All right, sounds good. All right, see you later.
Later, man.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Oh, I mean, I thought it was on. Oops. Thank you. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for me. Bruins fall to the Ottawa Senators. Thank you. Appreciate you, Victoria. Thank you for the sub. Bruins lose 6-3 to Ottawa tonight at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Bruins back at it Saturday against Tampa at TD Garden. I don't want to see Patrick Brown on the ice. I don't want to see Ian Mitchell on the ice. I don't want to see Elias Lindholm on the ice, but we're going to be forced to see the last one. Yeah. I'll see you guys Saturday for Bruins Lightning. If you like this stream tonight, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell, get notified every single time we go live or upload here on the channel. Follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all down below in the description. Make sure to go join the Discord, link down below as well. And with that being said, Bruins lose 6-3 to Ottawa. And, yeah. See you guys on Saturday for Bruins Lightning. Night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.